Let's face it, everybody loves secret passageways. They're a staple in adventure movies, like the revolving fireplace from Indiana Jones, and in old creepy houses, where every hidden room holds a different story. They've been used throughout history to hide priests and possibly murder victims, but more recently, you might find them being used to hide a wine cellar or a playroom for the kids. These hidden spaces generally require some pretty precise engineering to get right, which is really what makes them such intriguing features in any house. So let's take a look at some mind-blowing examples of hidden rooms and secret passageways. First off, it just wouldn't be right to talk about secret passages without mentioning creative home engineering. This company, started by home automation engineer Steve Humble, specializes in creating hidden rooms in your home, and they've done some truly incredible work. Take this staircase for instance. You wouldn't look twice at this seemingly normal set of stairs, but when the homeowner presses a button on a remote, the stairs slowly rise up to reveal a hidden playroom, complete with a television and plenty of toys. Perfect for when those little rascals get out of hand and you just need a bit of peace and quiet. Here's Steve working on what looks like a perfectly functional chest of drawers. When Steve activates the mechanism, this heavy-looking piece of hardwood furniture slowly swings open to reveal a passageway that leads to, well, wherever you want. The quality of the engineering here is astounding, and only exact calculations will do. If part of the facade is off by even 1/16 of an inch, the secret door becomes obvious to see and may not even function properly. Most of the projects these guys take on involve a lot of wood, which is actually not the best material for precision engineering because of how much it warps and bends depending on things like temperature and humidity. The chief engineer at CHE uses a program that is able to simulate just how much a specific wooden structure might deform, though this is a pretty big exaggeration. This fireplace might well be my favorite ever example of an entrance to a hidden room. It is not one, but two ways it can be opened. The first requires you to flip the head off a bronze bust of Shakespeare, sorry William, to reveal a fingerprint scanner that you swipe to activate the mechanism. But the next method is even cooler. See the chess set on the table? That's not just a chess set, it's also a key. When you move certain pieces into the correct squares, the fireplace slides open as if by magic. Just imagine if you were playing chess with an unsuspecting friend and you managed to get them to open the door by accident. You'd have achieved Bond villain levels of trickery. The fireplace is mounted on precision linear ball bearing tracks that can support over 6,000 pounds, which just goes to show how impressive these constructions are. With secret passageways, it's not always fun and games. Sometimes a door is designed to protect people on the inside from whoever's on the outside. This bulletproof panic room door is equipped with a pinhole video camera and an LCD monitor so you can see who's trying to get in. On the other side, the massive steel door looks like an ordinary bookcase. All you need to do is tilt the right book, and hey presto, instant panic room. Here's another one of their creations being shown on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. When Ty Pennington moves the hands on the wall clock to midnight, the nearby chest of drawers instantly pops open to reveal a secret compartment filled with spy gear. That's one lucky kid. The final example from Creative Home Engineering was shown on HGTV. What looks like an ordinary display alcove decorated with a vase of flowers is actually a disguised fingerprint-activated opening to a secret compartment. And no secret compartment is complete without a pair of crossed swords. Am I right? Do you ever go to a party and think, I need to find somewhere to hide my alcohol? Well, partygoers and hosts need to look no further. Introducing the cylindrical hidden wine cellar. This epic feat of engineering is built by French company Polycave for the express purpose of keeping your wine safe and temperature controlled underground. With prices starting at around $9,400, just make sure nobody's standing on that piece of floor when you activate it, or they might be crushed like a grape. Not a fan of wine? Well, how about beer? This is Beer Lift, and that's exactly what it does. The Beer Lift is a motorized cooler controlled by an app on your phone, and you even can 3D print your own one with a free online CAD file. Classic engineering innovation from Germany here, and I gotta say, this takes cracking open a cold one with the boys to a whole new level. The last of the alcohol-related examples involves a classic book-activated revolving wall that, to the horror of couch potatoes around the globe, actually disappears the television. Drinkers, however, can rejoice, as it turns out this revolving wall is actually hiding a very well-equipped bar. So what will it be, Mr. Bond? Television or tequila? Now there's one thing I really didn't think people would want to hide, and that's their swimming pools. Take a look at this video. The strange looking floor of this wet room garage setup starts to descend, and as it does, water starts to flood the space it leaves behind. In just a matter of minutes, what was once floor space is transformed into an inviting blue lit swimming pool, complete with steps. All that's missing is a few sharks with lasers attached to their heads. Let's look at a few more examples of hidden pools. This one starts off looking like a stone garden patio, but once activated, it becomes a pool with 3 variable depths: splash pool, paddling pool, and full depth big kid pool. Once you're done, it becomes a patio once more, complete with central space for a barbecue. Pretty neat. Do you really want a pool but don't want to compromise on lawn space? Have no fear. This piece of retractable lawn is hiding a crystal clear plunge pool just underneath. Sometimes I have no idea how they come up with this stuff. And now for my personal favorite, check out this stunning ballroom inside an estate home in Surrey, England. Pretty nice, right? Well, it gets even nicer when the floor is lowered to reveal a pool of adjustable depth. One suggestion is that the shallow mode can be used to float tea lights, which creates luxurious ambiance. Now that's fancy. Wardrobes and closets can also be used to hide some pretty large secret rooms. This video shows a man casually entering his office, but instead of going through the door like a normal person, this guy pulls a Narnia and enters through the back of a large wardrobe. He's even got Aslan waiting on the other side. Magical. While we're on the topic of wardrobes, here's a hidden room that redefines the walk-in closet. What looks like just a humble hat shelf actually pops open to allow entry to a really long hidden storage room behind the clothing rails. Finally, somewhere I can store all my flagpoles. Stone is a great way to disguise a secret hidden room, passageway, or storage area like this. The bricks themselves help to break up the defined lines of the door really effectively. Take a look at this amazing hidden room. Created by creative rock design workshop Vertical Artisans, you may assume the only door is to the right, but actually, it's straight ahead. Simply push on the stone wall and the secret door opens. Inside lies an incredible Baroque-style basement area, perfect for getting away from the wife. Just don't tell her I said that. In many different parts of the world, there are places that are famous, or infamous, for their secret passages and the stories behind them. Brittania Manor, for instance, was the former residence of game designer Richard Garriott, also known as Lord British. Garriott created the Ultima game series and spent much of the money he earned from the series on building this incredible home in Austin, Texas, which is notorious for its secret passages and its status as the world's most famous haunted house attraction. In this video, Garriott himself shows us how he uses a weird tentacle sculpture in conjunction with magnetic sensors hidden inside a wooden cabinet to open a secret passageway. The passage leads to a spiral staircase that runs through the heart of Brittania Manor and offers hidden access to every floor of the house. To build this, Garriott had to rent a crane to first lift and then lower the staircase in its entirety through a large hole in the roof. At the bottom of the staircase, there's a dungeon 3 floors below the house. This is where Richard displays his magical objects and artifacts. Down here, Richard keeps a skeleton called Pedro in a coffin. Pedro's grave niche can actually be opened with a magnetic key to reveal a wall safe, which is technically a hidden compartment within a hidden room. In my opinion, this guy really needs to build his own escape room that's open to the public. Or is that just asking for trouble? Most of the time, hidden rooms are disguised within the interior of the house, right? Think again. Take a look at this Victorian facade located in the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood of San Francisco. Seems like a fairly standard, shabby yet stylish piece of house frontage. But why does it have a bright orange no parking sign above the window? Well folks, that's because this facade is actually a transformer that becomes a 4-car garage. Parking space is very precious in San Francisco, which is probably what inspired the architectural genius who came up with this motorized marvel. As it turns out, this isn't the only invisible garage on the market. In Auckland, Australia, a house that was originally built in 1905 now belongs to an architect called John Smith. Watch as this white picket fenced house literally unfolds to deposit a compact-sized Volkswagen Golf into the street. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future. If you wanted to disguise a house, how would you go about doing it? Well, this couple from Leicestershire in the UK did the exact opposite of the examples we've just seen, when they decided to hide a tiny secret home on their property by disguising it as a garage. In this picture, the hidden home doesn't look suspicious at all, but in this next image, the garage door has been taken down, showing a ridiculously small excuse for a house. The aim of this scheme was to avoid planning regulations, but the couple responsible ended up having to pay more than £2,000 in fines for this false facade charade, pardon my French. Now for a secret rave spot in a hidden nightclub. Bars and clubs have to do a lot these days to make themselves stand out, and one of the ways they do this is to have a secret hidden entrance. And what better way to enter a club than through a laundromat washing machine? At Falls Festival in Byron Bay, Australia, these partygoers had to crawl through a small circular door to find a club party in full swing on the other side. Thumping bass, terrible dancing, looks like my kind of place. Turns out this isn't the only example of a drinking establishment that's hidden inside a laundromat. Here's a New York City speakeasy that does the same thing, except with a fully functioning laundromat. If it means coming out of the club cleaner than you came in, I fully support this gimmick. Which hidden room did you think was the coolest? Do you have an idea for a secret passageway you want to share with the world? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.